Welcome back. Having a little party here in the studio. It's all good. You know, guests meeting guests. That's what it's all about, right?
It is.
Yes. Well, from Family Allergy and Asthma Center, we're delighted to have back with us Dr. Priya Warrior. Doctor, so good to see you here.
Nice to be here, Doug.
Well, you know, I found this really interesting because I'm an allergy sufferer, too, and we already know that this region's notorious. But record snow, heavy early spring rains, followed by this rapid warm-up. What we have here is the perfect storm for allergy season?
It is the perfect storm. I mean, so what have I been seeing the last few months? Starting April, it's been people, March even, people coming in, suffering with worse runny nose, itchy eyes.
Yes.
A lot of the grass pollen is flying around. Right now, in fact, the highest counts that we're seeing are on grass pollen. Also, mold is moderately high. Trees are still high. So we're seeing a lot of people coming in with just terrible suffering, especially because of being outdoors and being able to do things. So on the one hand, they're able to be outdoors and be in the environment, but on the other hand, the body hates it.
We're desperate to get outside after all the rain we've had, and now that we're pushing out, and the heat is just so oppressive. Like you said in your notes here, just a perfect storm for allergies.
And so one of the things I've been seeing is people come in thinking that they're allergic to this thing or that thing, and sometimes it isn't really what it seems on the surface. So sometimes people think that, you know, it was because they were exercising that they were out of breath or congested, and it turns out it was actually a grass allergy, or people assume that it was pollen, it turns out to be mold, and then sometimes people assume it was, you know, one of these things, but it turns out it's a non-allergic type of rhinitis. So sometimes when people come in and get tested, it turns out that it's all negative, and it was maybe a vasomotor type of rhinitis, which is the non-allergic kind.
Okay.
So I get people coming in, but it doesn't always turn out to be allergy.
Right. Well, let's look at some of these asthma triggers. We've got them on screen here. Know your triggers, first and foremost, correct?
Absolutely. And then things that people can do. These are just tips that we've put together. Monitor the counts. And then if you're someone that we've identified as being pollen allergic, you want to keep your windows and doors shut. Keep the air conditioning on. And take a shower after you come in from the outdoors to get that allergen off of you.
I found that interesting,
so those are just some tips to
cut grass, all kinds of triggers out there. So
put a mask on if you're going to do that.
Right. Okay. Well, Family Allergy and Asthma Centers, that's why we have you folks, because you know, with coworkers and things, even myself, sometimes these symptoms are so severe we're not even sure what's going on.
Absolutely.
So we're happy to know that you folks are here to take care of us.
Right. Really helps to tease it out. And a couple of the other things that for the summer, just briefly, are stinging insects. You know, a lot of that comes out in the summer if you're outdoors. You want to not wear bright colors, not have strong perfume on if you're someone that suffers with stinging insect allergy. Come in to be tested to know which exact I guess insect it might be, so that you might get immunized to it.
Obviously, walking barefoot's an issue.
Walking barefoot in the grass is an issue.
Okay.
And I guess last but not least, I just want to say, since I'm here, for the food allergic people with barbecues and picnics, that's always an issue. So coming in to identify if you are allergic, being considerate of your allergic guests.
Sure.
So we have some tips for that on our website. Last but not least, we have partnered with Lexington Legends to offer a peanut-free night on July the 12th at 7 p.m.
That's awesome.
So
this is a big topic, and we appreciate you being here. Hope you'll come back to talk more on this.
I would be happy to. The summer brings so many issues. It's hard to cover it in a few minutes.
Thank
so
you, Doctor.
Be happy to.
All right, back in just a minute with more news. We'll see you in just a few. Thanks.